because when you're in that vulnerable position as a new investor, these professionals that you're working with, you're kind of taking their word, as gospel, and you're paying the price. And I think the reason I bring this up is like, as we started our coaching business and our mentorship, new people coming inbound, they're just getting fleeced. And we saved him $15,000 on his GC budget simply because we got another quote and it was too high. And we went back to the first guy who we wanted to do the work and we're like, it's too high. And he didn't know that he can advocate for himself in that way, because when you're in that vulnerable position as a new investor, these professionals that you're working with, you're kind of taking their word, as gospel, and you're paying the price. These $10,000 chunks, they add up. They add up.
Yeah, one thing you have to remember as an investor is that everyone works for you. Your property manager works for you. Your GC works for you. Your lender works for you, right? Your lender is just a contractor and they're doing a service. So every single person, as an investor, every single person works for you. If you ever think of your contractors or employees as being above you, your business is going to have problems. And one of the things related to this is, as an investor, you don't necessarily have to do anything, but you have to know everything. So you need to know, like, ideally, and hey, it's so easy nowadays. So like right now, you can know with a bunch of study and determination, you can know as much as your GC about the project you're doing. Yeah. You can know as much about financing as your lender does. You can know as much as about property manager as your property manager. So the one thing you do have to do is know everything. So take it upon yourself to know everything about all the components of your project.
They know everything, but they just don't have a sounding board to give them the confidence to make a decision to move forward. And it's a big decision. Should I buy this house? You did all the underwriting. The numbers check out, right? That's a good deal. And then to pull the trigger on that, it's really hard if you're in a silo and you're working by yourself to get the confidence to do that. And that's why being part of a group, being part of having a board of advisors, having people that you trust as a sounding board. You just need somebody to say, dude, am I fucking up? No, like that number's not going to change. Put in an offer, see what the reaction of that offer is, whether they accept it or they counter, and then you can make another decision. But crossing over that threshold of like, oh my God, I'm in it. That's the other big, massive gap that people don't understand is a blocker for them. And it's just a matter of like, let's get moving. You got to start making mistakes. And then you have to have a fitful mentality that says, all right, I just got punched in the face. What am I going to do? Well, you make a decision.
One thing that could help bridge the gap between knowledge and actually doing stuff is there's a saying in sales that says volume solves all problems. So for example, if you're not getting enough leads, do more cold calls. So like in the end, you can brute force success by getting more volume. So in this case, what that means is if you're not sure about your lender, call 5 more lenders. If you're not sure about your GC, call 5 more GCs. And like, so as you do more volume, you will learn more and you'll get an idea of what your market offers, and that'll make you much more comfortable to move forward.
When I talk to folks coming inbound that are new, the exercise of identifying properties and the exercise of underwriting those properties, those are skills. You are now a good real estate investor at identifying properties and underwriting them, and that's your acquisition phase. And that's the piece where more reps, you start seeing nuance. The zeros and ones start painting pictures because you're in it so much that you're analyzing and pulling out nuance from pure data, whereas somebody else is just looking at it very linear. It's a 3.2 and 3.0349. What else do you know about it, right? So you have to be able to go from ingredients to an output product that's going to generate enough revenue. That gap between these two things is what makes you special. That gap is what makes you a good real estate investor, not just going down the road domino wise.